I'm joined live now by Suhel Seth, author, commentator, marketing guru, someone with a very unique perspective on this, not least because, he is no stranger to the glamorous life, but has very strong views on this kind of brazen breaking of the law. Suhel, welcome. Good to see you. 72 hours.
Thank you.
These guys hopped onto a plane, Suhel. What stands out to me about this story is that it is both shocking as well as not so surprising that these two young Delhi businessmen, their first instinct was to get onto a flight and get the hell out of India.
So let's rewind a bit, and I'm glad you asked these questions. I will say this as bluntly as possible. After a long time, Shiv, and mark my words, I don't need the establishment, I don't care for them. After a long time in Goa, we have a decent chief minister and a very, very good Goa police. And let me tell you why they are hampered. Goa has this pernicious, and I call it pernicious for a reason, a panchayat system, where the sarpanch is easily bribable, easily manipulated by the local MLA, by people within that area. And I'll give you an example. We have a home in Goa, in a particular area, where a nightclub totally illegal was coming up. Guess who were the sponsors of the nightclub? Two politicians from Indore. And when I raised the issue with the sarpanch, after a lot of noise, they finally did not get the permission. But that's because I said, I will talk to Shiv or I will talk to the media. Now, how many people would want to do that? A, B, I'm glad that Pramod Sawant has decided to crack the whip. And you will see that hopefully, as he has said on Twitter, in tomorrow's press conference. So 4 things need to happen in Goa. Number 1, the tyranny of the sarpanch needs to vanish and be replaced with accountability. Number 2, let me, Shiv, and I will say this brazenly, 80% of the restaurants that are coming up in Goa, which have either Delhi or Bombay or Hyderabad ownership, to my mind, are money laundering schemes. I will say that upfront, to hell with whether people want to sue me or not, but that's the truth. They're nothing but money laundering devices. Villages like Asagaon, like Siolim, have more restaurants than you and I can imagine. People are misbehaving, people are getting drunk. There is no law and order because these people have got licenses through sleight of hand. So I'm glad that the police is now going to enforce this 10 p.m. embargo on wine stores and an 11:30 or 12 midnight embargo on bars. But let me tell you, it is the Wild West until now. Pramod Sawant has tried his best, but the BJP MPs, the Congress MLAs, the Congress MLAs, let me tell you, Shiv, you cannot imagine in Goa to get anything done in the erstwhile regime, you had to pay through your nose. Now, if you put an appeal to the Chief Minister's office or to the competent authority, they take action. But this is bizarre. And what you said is, to my mind, shocking that these two jokers have fled. They will never be accountable. My advice is that now seal their homes. Can you imagine the mother of these two people is saying, I don't know my children's mobile numbers. This is the kind of nonsense people have to deal with. And there is no point arresting 4 employees of the Luthras. They are like easy targets. They are low-hanging fruit. An example needs to be made not only of the Luthras, but of every law violator currently in Goa practicing or, running his or her bars or restaurants. Until you do that, nothing will happen. And let me tell you, Alok Kumar is the new Director General of Police. Okay? Decent, upright, straightforward. Pramod Sawant, decent, upright, straightforward. Why is there an issue? The issue is because sometimes these people, not Alok at least, but sometimes the Chief Minister is let down by his own political parties. You tell me, Shiv, a state like Goa cannot allow an Uber into the city because of the taxi mafia that is controlled by certain MLAs. I mean, I could mention the MLAs, but why should I? Everyone knows. So I'm delighted that you're doing this. And my only appeal to you, and you always honor the appeal not of mine but of every citizen, is don't let this story go. Because what I believe Pramod will do, Sawant will do, is make an example and therefore, make sure things happen. I'll give you a small tidbit which you should play out. Do you know in every city in India, the police plays a role in licensing except Goa.
Yeah.
So how Varsha's right. How do the police even know? The police don't know about your illegalities because they're not even part of the licensing process. I would appeal through your channel to the savants of the world that involve the local police. They have the best information on these scoundrels, if they are scoundrels.
Yeah. Yeah.
Involve the local police. Make sure that the local police has a role in licensing. Make sure those norms are adhered to. Then if someone is bribed, then raise it with the DGP or raise it to a court of law.
Yes.
But currently the Luthras of the world abound in Goa.
I just hope that 25 deaths is enough to make the kind of deep change. You've just taken two examples, Suhel, for that kind of thing to happen. Like you said, that in a country where life is cheap, one wonders what it's going to take for something like this to happen. And I take your advice and your words very, very seriously when you say don't drop the story. And I promise that we won't. And that's why we take everything that you say so seriously as well. So, Suhel, I thank you for being with me on this story. I'm going to be in Goa later this month as well. And I promise I will personally be pursuing this story here on NDTV. Thank you very much, Suhel.